Well, hello, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm back. And today I have an interesting video. Today I want to talk about these two Thrunite flashlights. On the left here we have model TC12 version 2. And on the right we have model TC15. Now, right out the gate, I want to tell you that both of these lights are absolutely fabulous. They both are currently running at the $55.95 price point. The model TC12 has a tail cap switch as well as a mode switch. The TC15 has just the mode switch that does all operations on the light. Now let's get started with Firefly. We're going to look at the TC12 on Firefly. It has half of a lumen, which will last 49 days. Now if you look at the TC15, they have a Firefly mode of 1 lumen and it will last 41.5 days. So when I have to choose between one of these lights on Firefly, I would definitely choose the TC15 because it's double the output of 1 lumen and almost, it's over 40 days, 41.5 days. So very, very good setting on Firefly. So I'm choosing the TC15 on that one. Now let's move up to low on the model TC12 here. On low, we're talking about 21 lumens for 2.5 days, 2.5 days. And on the TC15, we have a few lumens brighter at 25 lumens for 2.8 days. So a little bit brighter, more runtime. My pick for low goes to the Thrunite TC15. Now moving forward to medium, we start here with 200 lumens for 8.7 hours. And that's medium on the TC12 version 2. And then if we look at the TC15, it's considerably brighter, 250 lumens. So 50 lumens brighter, but less runtime, 6.5 hours. So personally, I would choose the TC12 because it has over 2 hours more runtime on medium, and it's still 200 lumens. So 200 to 250, it's not that big of a difference to me personally. Now moving up to high, we're going to look at the TC12 version 2. High is 472 lumens. That will last 3.4 hours. If we look at the TC15, we're looking at 1050 lumens for 1.5 hours. So when I have to choose high, I'm going to go with the Thrunite TC12 on this one because I have 3.4 hours. So the mode spacing is a little bit better on this TC12. So I'm definitely going with that one on high. Now let's look at turbo on the TC12 version 2. Turbo is 1100 lumens. That'll last for approximately 2.2 hours. Now if we look at the TC15, this is crazy. 2300 lumens of turbo for 2 minutes. And then to prevent the overheating, it'll drop down to 820 lumens for an additional 1.3 hours. Now that's a tough decision to make. Do you want 1100 lumens for 2.2 hours, or do you want, a brighter, twice as bright, and then a little bit of a step down? So personally, I would choose the TC15 because I get that 2-minute burst of 2300 lumens, and 1.3 hours is still a decent runtime on turbo. Now let's talk about strobe. TC12 version 2 has a strobe of 1100 lumens. That strobe lasts 3.6 hours. Now if we talk about the TC15, strobe is 830 lumens for 3 hours. So it's a dimmer strobe, less runtime. It's a no-brain situation for me to go to the TC12 on strobe because it's brighter and it lasts longer. Now both lights, if we talk about IPX waterproofness, they are both IPX8 waterproof down to 2 meters. So it's a wash on that one. Let's talk about impact resistance for a minute. The TC12 version 2 is impact resistant down to 1 meter. The TC15 is impact resistant down to 1.5 meters. So obviously I would go with the TC15 on that point there. The candela ratings of the TC12 version 2 is 14,399 and 15,200 on the TC15. So candela, TC15 has a higher candela. Now let's talk about the throw of the lights. On the TC12 we're dealing with 240 meters of throw, and on the TC15 we're dealing with 246 meters of throw. So 6 extra meters of throw. Obviously I'm going to go with the longer throw. TC15 wins in that category. Now the dimensions of the TC12, we're looking at 140 millimeters long, 25.4 millimeters in diameter, and the TC15 a little bit shorter. It is 122.5 millimeters long, 27 millimeters at the widest point, and the body of the light is 24 millimeters. So the dimensions, I'm going to go with the TC15. It's a little bit smaller of a light. Now the weight, the TC12 being a bigger light, comes in at 87 grams without the battery. TC15 comes in at 71 grams without the battery. So my pick is TC15 on the weight. Now the batteries that are included with these lights, they are both 18650 batteries. However, the TC12 comes with a 3400 milliamp hour battery, and the TC15 comes with a 3100 milliamp hour battery. So my choice for the better battery is the TC12 version 2. Now let's talk about the LEDs. Both of these lights have Cree LEDs. We have the XP-LV6 on the TC12 model, and we have the XHP35 Cree LED on the TC15 model. Personally, I like the Cree XHP35 LED better. Now the last thing I want to talk about is the operating voltage of these lights. You have a operating voltage of 2.75 volts on the TC12, and all the way up to 6 volts, by the way. And on the TC15 you have 2.75 volts up to 4.2 volts. So they both start at 2.75, but the TC12 lets the voltage operate go all the way up to 6 volts, where the TC15 will only operate up to 4.2 volts. Now what that means to me is that means I can use dual CR123s in model TC12 without damaging the light. I cannot do that in the TC15. So battery voltage obviously goes to the model TC12. Now if we want to talk about simplicity of operation, this one's very simple. The TC12, you have a power switch that turns the light on, and then from here you have a mode switch to cycle through the modes. Okay, so it's very simple. The bad part about that though is you have 2 switches that could go bad. You have more working parts and things that could fail on you. Whereas the TC15, you just have that one button that does everything. It turns the light on, and if you push and hold, it cycles through the modes for you. Double press gets you turbo, and double press again gets you a strobe. So personally, I like the way the TC15 operates with a single side switch. They both have power level indicators on the switch that are both very good, so I would give it a wash in that department. Again, both lights are exceptionally good lights. If I had to choose one over the other in its entirety, I would choose model TC15. I just think at the same price point, this is a superior light. Even though it's very nice to be able to use dual CR123s out of the TC12. So that's really a personal decision that you guys got to make within yourselves. So I want to say thank you for joining me today on this video comparing these two very nice lights. I hope you got some good, useful information out of this video. Please feel free to leave your comments down below, like this video, share this video, and as always, thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a beautiful day. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.